All right, folks, I am back, and once again, I have an excerpt from the Blue and the Brit podcast. This is the podcast that I'm doing with my friend Ryan. We get on, we talk about video games, and we have a good old time. In our latest episode, we were talking about video games, obviously, but we were talking about the stories and how they connect us to the games and how they keep us coming back for more and how important it can be to add that extra layer of immersion to get you constantly pulled into the universe. It was a fun discussion, and I don't want to ruin it, so we'll get right into the chit chats. But with that said, if you do like this little excerpt from the podcast, you can listen to the whole thing over at soundcloud.com/iBluairJgR. That was kind of the premise of the whole storm. The initial 4.0 story was that I'll be back in like 10 levels and then I'll kick your ass. But is it the story that keeps you going in Final Fantasy 14? That's the real question. If they just cut the story out completely and just only gave you new dungeons and new content and stuff like that, would you still be as hooked on the game as you are?
Do you know? I don't think I would. I think it's one of those things that you don't really think that you like, but at the same time, I won't lie. There have been so many open-ended things that have been sort of brought up that I'm just like, I want to see where this shit goes. Like they brought up in a couple like patches prior, they brought up something called the Black Rose, which is like a fucking bioweapon and shit. Like it's literally mustard gas or something that literally drains the life from you. And I'm just like, they ain't gonna use that. There's no fucking way they're gonna go ahead and bring in bioweapons, are they? Yeah, they're bringing in bioweapons. And you have the Fourth Legion traipsing around in the Ridorana Lighthouse, fucking going after Construct 8, saying, oh, look, it's the Tartarus Protocol. I wonder if we can use that. I'm just like, oh god, no, please. Don't learn the black hole tech. Don't learn black hole powers, please. We do not need that. And like that's what's kept me going. There's never been a moment where I've just been like, wow. Like maybe when we fought Shinryu, I was just like, oh, holy shit. You just got a fucking dragon in your garden? All right.
Yeah, that was a pretty big moment, but I agree with you in the sense that the story does it helps me stay more attached to Final Fantasy 14 than I would normally. I obviously have good memories of playing with friends and stuff like that and doing dungeons and beating Titan for the first time, but even just the little story moments with Thancred and Alphino and all these other characters, they do help me to say whenever there is a new patch coming out, it's like, oh, I get to see what the journey is going to continue on, even if there is still that dumb concept of my character being a god slayer that nobody knows what I'm doing. There's still a lot of interesting characters and moving pieces that hook me into the world a little bit. And a game that I've been playing recently that misses that is Destiny 2, because they've kind of cut out the story driven content from Destiny 2 a little bit. Like it's weird, right? With the season pass.
Oh, that shit, yeah.
Yeah, well, they're calling it the annual pass right now, but I won't be fooled. It's a season pass. Like, cut the
It's
bullshit.
it's not even that. It's just quote unquote content. Uh, uh,
But they got rid of the cutscenes. Basically, that's the main thing. There's still like little ones sprinkled into it, but with their traditional DLCs, they had lengthy cuts. They had a campaign basically every 3 months, which I enjoyed a little bit. They were never that good, but the campaigns in Curse of Osiris and Warmind and Warmind especially has given me and all the people I play with, so like James and you know everybody else. There is a cutscene in Warmind where you're going towards this door with the main character of the expansion, Anna Bray, and the door opens
and it's
and
Zavala.
Zavala's in there. It
It's
makes
like,
me
hang
laugh
on a
to this
minute,
day.
what are you doing there?
And sudden Zavala just appearing out of nowhere is still a running joke for all of us. We all still get a chuckle whenever that comes up in conversation. And without those little story driven elements, it's just a memory that isn't there. Like if you look at Black Armory, the only cutscene is a 30-second thing where you show this lady a hall pass and she's like, oh, I guess you can come in, and then there's no other story driven content. So there's no opportunities for dumb and silly memories to form, but there's also no opportunities for really impactful memories to form.
Yeah, I feel that. Like I get it, and you know, Destiny's story wasn't that great. It was never really. It was again. It was like Anthem. I was like, oh fuck, finally, right now I can start doing Nightfalls. Um,
And there we go, man. It's a quick little snippet of our typically hour-long podcast. So if you enjoyed this, you can listen to the whole stuff over on soundcloud.com/iBluairJgR. Also, if you enjoyed this, then check out some of the other content on the channel. I've been branching out a little bit, doing more casual let's play, goof around type stuff. So if you want to just sit back and chill with me, then check out the videos that are linked in the comments below. With all of that said, I'm going to wrap it up here by saying the name of the channel is iBluairJgR. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.